Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so let's talk about the Lakers, man. We got the game with the Phoenix Suns tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. And yes, it's been a rough week for the Laker fans here, not only in Los Angeles, but all over the country, all over the world. We are not having the greatest week. We've lost 2 games in a row against teams that, Boston you'd probably expect to lose. Not as bad as we did. But against the Magic thereafter, both at home. The Magic game, we only lost by 1. Luka, didn't take the big shot. Probably should have. Maybe wasn't the greatest look from his perspective, but you got to let it go. Expiring time, you can't give LeBron, a last-second opportunity at an off-balance shot. I mean, you put all that on his shoulders. He gets the blame. It just doesn't. It's bad optics for Luka Doncic. You're supposed to be the guy. LeBron's supposed to be third now, second at best. Can't hand him a grenade, and that's kind of what he did. That's kind of what it was. So now we move on from that game, and we have another game with the Phoenix Suns. Of course, I've been complaining about the Phoenix Suns and how we've seen them on the schedule an exaggerated amount of times over the last 3 years. We've seen them 7 times this year, I think 5 times last year, including preseason in the year before that. I think we saw them 7 times. So it's like it's gotten to a point where I think the NBA has neglected to realize that the Lakers are playing the Suns more than any team plays anybody in the regular season or combined preseason. It's gotten a little ridiculous. So we see them yet again tonight. Third official meeting. We did have one unofficial meeting, I guess, in the play-in tournament. Maybe they all official. I don't know. But we see them 5 times. It's the 4th one. Injury report, Jackson Hayes and Rui are game-time decision. I think Rui came down with some type of illness. I'm not really sure. Hope he feels better. And the Phoenix Suns got a lot going on. Cole Anthony's out, not injury-related. Goodwin, ex-Laker, out with a calf. Dylan Brooks broke his hand. He'll be back before the playoffs. Highsmith has been out all year. Somehow they picked him up. I don't even know how the hell they did that. And Devin Booker, hip, he's also out for a bit of probably another week. So, they don't have either one of the DBs, and Goodwin's not going to be out there messing things up for us. That doesn't necessarily mean the Suns don't have plenty to throw at you. And so we're going to go over the last 5 games that they played and see how they've been doing, see how they've been handling these injuries. And they're on a 2-game losing streak of their own. They also lost to the Celtics last night, I believe it was, or the night before. And so we'll talk about it. Furthest back is a game they had on 2/11 against the Thunder. They did not win. 136-109 was the score. And this game was in Phoenix. And team stats are what we talk about first. All right, so the OKC Thunders, 52 of 89 from the field, 58%. The Suns, 43 of 92 for 47%. From the three-point line, Thunder, 15 of 36 for 42%. Suns, 15 of 42 for 36%. OKC from the line, 89%, 17 of 19. Suns from the line, 8 of 13 for 62%. 43 boards for Phoenix, 37 for OKC, 15 offensive boards for Phoenix, 8 for the Thunder, 26 assists for the Suns, 28 for the Thunder, 4 steals for the Suns, 6 for the Thunder, 5 blocks for the Suns, 3 for the Thunder, 12 turnovers for the Suns, 16 points off of those, 8 turnovers for the Thunder, also 8 points off of those, 12 fast break points for Phoenix, 6 for the Thunder, 52 points in the paint for Phoenix, 60 for the Thunder. Largest lead of the game for OKC was 37. They led 94% of the time. And the Phoenix Suns' largest lead was 3. And they only led 1% of the time. All right, let's see how this blowout went down. Jalen Williams, I think that's J-Dub. I believe that's J-Dub. He went for 28 points. Isaiah Joe had 21. And it looks like the Thunder had like 7 players in double figures. Thunder being Thunder, you know how that goes. Royce O'Neal, 24 minutes, 12 points, 4 of 11 from the field, 4 of 11 from 3 as well, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, minus 24. Dylan Brooks, 24 minutes, 23 points, 9 of 19 from the field, 1 of 5 from the triple, 4 of 5 from the line, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 5-4-3-2, and 2 offensive boards, minus 27 for Dylan Brooks. Mark Williams, 16 minutes, 6 points, 3 of 4 from the field. He had 1 rebound, 1 turnover, 1 offensive board, minus 20 for Williams. Jordan Goodwin has 28 minutes, 12 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 offensive boards, minus 32 for Jordan Goodwin. Colin Gillespie, of whom we'll need to cover tonight because you know he's going to have opportunities. 23 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 7 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 offensive boards, minus 18. Iguodaro, 17 minutes, 8 points, hit all 4 of his field goals. He had 4 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 offensive boards, minus 14 for Oso. Dunn, 23 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 4 from the field, missed all 3 of his threes and all 4 of his free throws, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 block, minus 1 for Ryan. Rasheer Fleming, 20 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 7 from the field, 2 of 5 from the 3, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, plus 12 for Fleming. Kamen Malawach, 12 minutes, 6 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 6 rebounds, 2 offensive boards, 1 block, plus 5 for Kamen. Amir Coffey, 20 minutes, 9 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, hit both his free throws, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 offensive board, minus 4 for Amir. Bouye, 27 minutes, 11 points, 4 of 12 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, hit both his free throws, 6 assists, 3 boards, 1 turnover, 1 block, minus 12 for Bouye. Kobe Brea, 8 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 2 from both the 3 and field, 1 rebound, 0 on the plus minus. All right, so that's how that went for the Phoenix Suns. They got blown all the way out. OKC took care of them as we would expect. And let's see what happened to the Phoenix Suns after that. They ran into, this is a tough schedule they ran. After OKC, then they had to go into San Antonio. 121-94 was the score. Of course, they ain't win that. Big blowouts, 2 games in a row. Just tough stuff. All right, so the Suns shot 39 of 105 for 37% from the field. That is hideous. 45 of 87 for the Spurs, 52% there. From the three-point line, 12 of 42 for the Suns, 29%. 13 of 37 for San Antonio for 35%. 18 of 20 from the line for the Spurs, 90%. 4 of 6 for the Suns, 67%. 50 boards for San Antonio, 46 for Phoenix. 19 offensive boards for Phoenix, 11 for San Antonio. 19 offensive boards. A lot of misses, so it makes sense. 30 assists for Spurs, 22 for the Suns, 6 steals for the Spurs, 7 for the Suns, 7 blocks for San Antonio, 5 for Phoenix. 12 turnovers for the Spurs, 13 points off of those. 13 turnovers for Phoenix, 18 points off of those. 7 fast break points for the Suns, 25 for the Spurs. 48 points in the paint for the Spurs, 36 in the paint for the Suns. And the Suns led 2% of the time and only had a 2-point lead, and the Spurs led by 32 at one point and had to lead 92% of the time. So yeah, it is a blowout from start to finish pretty much. Royce O'Neal, 27 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, 3 offensive boards, minus 18 for Royce. Williams, 23 minutes, 11 points, 4 of 12 from the field, 3 of 4 from the line, 10 boards, 4 offensive boards, 1 block, minus 19. Devin Booker, 9 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 6. Hold on just a moment, I accidentally clicked out. 2 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 turnover, minus 7. I imagine this is the game he got hurt in because he only had 9 minutes. Colin Gillespie, 30 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 13 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3, 2 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 offensive board, minus 11. Jalen Green, 26 minutes, 26 points, 11 of 23 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 turnovers, 3 steals, minus 20 for Green, who is finally healthy, who we'll have to deal with, who does tend to kill us when he plays. We're used to seeing him play for the Rockets. His athleticism, forgive that, is a bit much for us most of the time, and I expect tonight to be no exception there. Isaiah Levers, 10 minutes, 0 points, 0 of 1 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 offensive board, plus 2. Also, Iguodaro, 18 minutes, 10 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, minus 7. Ryan Dunn, 22 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks, 2 offensive boards, minus 9. Rasheer Fleming, 12 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 3 rebounds, 1 turnover, 2 offensive boards, 0 on the plus minus. Common Malawach, 8 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 6 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 4 offensive boards, -1. Coffee, 12 minutes, missed his only 3-point attempt, had an assist, -7. Jordan Goodwin, 27 minutes, 10 points, 4 of 12 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 offensive board, -27. And Bouye, 18 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 offensive board, -11 for Bouye. All right, so the Spurs had 6 players in double figures, high man being Stephon Castle. Wemby had a double-double with 5 blocks as well. And they took care of the Suns, without any concern on their home floor. All right, so the next game is a game we've already covered against the Orlando Magic. Of course, we saw them last and lost. They beat the Magic at the buzzer. So the Magic have had a lot of close games, and these two teams know all about that. 113-110 was the score in Phoenix, double overtime. Jalen Green hit the corner 3 at the buzzer. As I told you guys in the last video, this was an excellent game to have watched highlights of. I had a great deal of fun watching all of that. So let's go over these stats again, and we'll do it from the Phoenix perspective this time. All right, so Phoenix shot 40 of 117 from the field for 34%, excuse me. And the Magic 43%, 42 of 98 from the field. 10 of 39 from 3 for the Magic, 26%, 16 of 55 for the Suns for 29% from behind the arc. 17 of 24 from the line for the Suns, 71%, 16 of 19 for Orlando for 84%. 65 rebounds for the Phoenix Suns, 22 offensive boards there, 53 boards for the Magic, 10 offensive rebounds there. So clearly the Suns are a rebounding machine right now. We need to be aware of that. 24 assists for the Magic, 20 for the Suns, 6 steals for the Magic, 11 steals for the Suns. 15 blocks for the Magic, 4 for the Suns. 16 turnovers for the Magic, 22 points conceded off of those, 9 turnovers for the Suns, 17 points conceded off of those. You got 18 fast break points for the Magic, 12 for the Suns, 60 points in the paint for the Magic, 46 for the Suns. And the Magic led this game at one point by 12, at a 50% of the time they led, and the Suns led at one point by 11, and 39% of the game they led. All right. High man for the Magic was Bane with 34, and Paolo had a double-double with 26-14. He also had 8 assists there. And if you care about those stats even further, you can check out my previous videos we already mentioned. Let's look at the Phoenix Suns here. Royce O'Neal, 46 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 10 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 1 turnover, 3 offensive boards, -6. Dylan Brooks, 7 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 3 rebounds. And my phone is not doing its thing. 1 offensive board, -8 for Dylan Brooks. I think he got hurt in this one. Williams, 28 minutes, 9 points, 4 of 10 from the field. Hit his only free throw. He had 9 boards, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 offensive boards, -8. Gillespie, 45 minutes, 19 points, 6 of 17 from the field, 3 of 10 from the 3, 4 of 5 from the line, 5 rebounds. 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 2 offensive boards, +8. Green, 37 minutes, 16 points, 6 of 26 from the field, 2 of 11 from behind the arc. 2 of 6 from the line, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 1 turnover, 3 offensive boards, 0 in the plus-minus for Green, with the game winner there, despite only hitting 2 of his 11 threes. One of them was the one that counted. Got to take them. That's what it comes down to. Got to take those shots. He didn't not take the 3 just because he was 1 of 10, Luka. He became 2 of 11, won the game. Isaiah Livers, 15 minutes, 0 points, 0 of 4 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 2 rebounds, 1 offensive board, -6. Ironic that he's against the same team, too. Crazy. Also, Iguodaro, 30 minutes, 11 points, 5 of 7 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 12 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 2 turnovers. And my phone's continuing to act dummy. 4 offensive boards, +11 for Iguodaro. Ryan Dunn, 22 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 0-2 from the line, 7 boards, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, plus 16. He led the squad there. Grayson Allen, 33 minutes, 27 points, 8-22 from the field, 4-14 from 3, 7-7 from the line, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 offensive board. 0 on the plus minus for Allen. Goodwin, 25 minutes, 17 points, 6-10 from the field, 3-4 from 3, 2-2 from the line, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 3 offensive boards, plus 6. And Bouye checked in for 2 minutes, plus 2. Nothing else there. So that's how that went. Double overtime game. Goodwin was the only person who actually was scoring efficiently. Iguodala as well. Everybody else couldn't throw a rock in the ocean, but still managed to win the game because they rebounded like madmen. Got to give them their credit there. And you hit the shots that you take. You don't hit the ones that you refuse to. Moving on. Phoenix Suns didn't win anything after that. They have won 1 of their last 5 games, and it took a buzzer shot for them to do that. They're not playing good ball right now. A lot of that has to do with injuries, but their offense is sputtering, whatever the word would be. They're not playing great on that end, and this is going to be the beginning of their real struggles there. Well, not really. Consider how bad they shot, but yeah, now you'll see what I'm saying. 92-77 against the Blazers in Phoenix. Yeah, 77 points is crazy in this modern era. To only score that amount is basically extremely rare. So let's see exactly how that went there. All right, so yeah, they shot 36% from the field, did the Suns, 31-85. Blazers 38 of 81 for 47%, excuse me. 3-point line, the Suns shot 9 of 35 for 26%. Blazers 10 of 37 for 27%. Suns hit all their free throws, 100%, 6 of 6. 6 of 11 for the Blazers, 55%, so that's not great. Rebounds, 47 for the Blazers, 41 for the Suns, 13 offensive boards for both of these teams. 23 assists for the Blazers, 16 for the Suns, 10 steals for the Blazers, 14 steals for the Suns, 11 blocks for the Blazers, 3 for the Suns. 21 turnovers for the Blazers, 25 points off of those, 23 turnovers for the Suns, 24 points off of those. This is ugly. This is an awful basketball game. 17 fast break points for the Blazers, 6 for the Suns, 52 points in the paint for the Blazers, 34 for the Suns. 20 was the largest lead of the game for Portland. They led 70% of the time. 3 was the largest lead of the game for Phoenix. They led 17% of the time. So, yeah, the Suns do steal the ball quite a bit. That's 14 steals, forcing 21 turnovers. You can't score worth a damn, but they can definitely play some defense. And that's kind of how that went there. High man for the Blazers was Donovan Clingan with 23. He also had 13 boards, 4 blocks. Next highest guy is Jeremy Grant, 23 points in 31 minutes. And that made up the majority of their offense. That was all they needed to beat a Suns team. That's crazy. Let's see what these stats look like. Oof, it's not pretty, y'all. Royce O'Neal, 25 minutes, 0-5 from the field, 0-4 from 3, 7 boards. 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, -10. He did not score. Ryan Dunn, 31 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 9 from the field, 0-4 from 3, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 1 offensive board, -18. Ugh. Mark Williams, 15 minutes, 6 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 5 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 4 offensive boards, -13. Gillespie, 33 minutes, 18 points, 7 of 14 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3, 3 rebounds, 6 turnovers, 3 assists, 1 steal, 3 offensive boards, -11. Jalen Green, 22 minutes, 13 points, 6 of 16 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, 1 assist, 1 turnover, -6 for Green. Levers, 12 minutes, 2 points, 0 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, hit both of his free throws, 1 rebound, -3. Iguodala, 17 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 3 from the field. He had 2 boards, 3 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 offensive board, -5. Rasheed Fleming, 22 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 4 from both the 3 and field, 1 rebound, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, +2 for Fleming. Malawat, 16 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 7 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 offensive board, +6. Coffey, 23 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 7 from the field, missed both his threes, hit both his free throws, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, no turnovers, -13 for Coffey. Bouye, 21 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3. Hit both his free throws, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Frozen phone. It's getting on my nerves. 1 turnover, 2 steals, 1 block, -5 for Bouye. And Kobe Brea, 2 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 2 from the 3 end field, +1. So that's how that went, man. I'm gonna clean my phone real quick, but the Phoenix Suns really struggled to score. Most of these players were inefficient, with the exception of like 1 or 2 guys. And hopefully that continues. It definitely did as they moved into another basketball game against the Boston Celtics. That did not go their way at all. Score was 97-81 in Phoenix. Once again, they're getting stomped out. Barely scoring enough points to get through a half in a lot of games. And we'll see how bad they shot in this one. So, yeah, 37% to be exact. 29 of 79 for the Suns from the field. 38 and 95 for the Boston Celtics, 40% from the field. Boston shot 28% from 3, 13 of 47. Suns shot 33%, 12 of 36. 8 and 9 from the free throw line for the Celtics, 89%. 11 of 13 for the Suns, 85%. Suns got crushed on the glass, 61-34, which is weird, given how well the Suns have been boarding. They're gonna want to correct that tonight, LA. Just think about that as we go into this game. 22 offensive rebounds for the Celtics, 9 for the Suns. 24 assists for the Celtics, 18 for the Suns. Both had 4 steals, 7 blocks for the Celtics, 5 for the Suns. 11 turnovers for the Celtics, 10 points off of those. 8 turnovers for the Suns, 13 points off of those. 11 fast break points for Boston, 7 for Phoenix. 38 points in the paint for Boston, 20 for Phoenix. Phoenix had 11-point lead at one point, 33 points, 33% they led, 30% of the time they led. 28 was the largest lead of the game for the Celtics, 63% of the time they led. High man for the Celtics was Derek White with 22, and they only had 4 players in double figures. Didn't require a lot to beat this Suns team. Royce O'Neal had 21 minutes, 9 points, 3 of 6 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 block, -19 for him. Ryan Dunn, 25 minutes, 10 points, 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 offensive boards, -3. Mark Williams, 18 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 5 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 1 assist, 2 blocks, 1 offensive board, +23. Colin Gillespie, 27 minutes, 15 points, 6 of 11 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, -5. Jalen Green, 26 minutes, 13 points, 5 of 18 from the field, 1 of 8 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 offensive rebounds, -33. I don't know what Jalen Green needs, honestly, but I know he's missed a good portion of this year, so you can't really get on him for not necessarily having it all together. But this 1 for 8 stuff, 5 of 18, night in, night out, he's highly inefficient. He takes a lot of shots. Their ball movement is really stagnant with him. I don't know where he fits in this league, but I think he's going to do that to any team he's on, man. I really do. I don't think there's any team in the league that he doesn't go to and do that exact same thing. It's just a ball stopper and a highly inefficient basketball player. His athleticism needs to be harnessed, but his jump shot diet needs to be limited. Hopefully it's not tonight. It'll help us a lot if he does that. Also, Iguodala, 24 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 turnover, +1 for Iguodala. We're going to get that right. Rasheed Fleming, 21 minutes, 0 of 3 from the 3 and field, 2 rebounds, +4. Kamen Malawat, 6 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 2 rebounds, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, +6. Grayson Allen, 24 minutes, 14 points, 2 of 12 from the field, 1 of 9 from 3, 9 of 10 from the line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, -13 for Grayson. Amir, 23 minutes, 6 points, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 block, 1 offensive rebound, +5. Bouye, 19 minutes, 0 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, -6. And Brea, 6 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 1 assist, +6. So that's how that went, man. Just highly inefficient stuff from the Phoenix Suns all the way around throughout the course of these 5 games. They've only won one of them at the buzzer, as we mentioned. Poor shooting. They're just a bad shooting team. They've been a bad shooting team all year, but they do find themselves being extremely disruptive. They rebound well, with the exception of the Celtics game, and they can steal the ball quite a bit. With the amount of banshees and defensive players and tall centers and shot blockers, they got a lot of size, they got a lot of length. Even without Dillon Brooks and Devin Booker and Goody, they got plenty of guys who can still get at you. So Phoenix is just a really tough basketball team, ugly, muck-it-up basketball team. And we know them well because we've seen them a million times, but they're a different team with Jalen Green when you remove Booker and the 2 DBs, basically. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Lakers adjust to a different style of offense coming at them. We should be able to win this game based on our ability to be a much better offensive team, but they can muck it up a lot. So that's where they can win the game anyway. But they're really struggling right now, probably more so than anybody in the Western Conference playoff picture. And that's exactly what we need, man. We need to run into a struggling basketball team who we know we can beat. I don't know who we can beat right now, to be honest with you. The way we've been playing has just been kind of lousy. But I imagine if you're going up against what is considered a bad team, the Lakers are going to play well. We've seen that a lot. So I think Phoenix, without their best players, could be considered that, but you got to be careful with them. So Phoenix's record is 33-26. They're 7th in the West. 19-12 is their home and away. They're 20th in offensive rating, which I know is plummeting by the second. They are 9th in defensive rating and 15th in net rating. Meanwhile, your Lakers, 34-23 is the record. 6th in the Western Conference, right above Phoenix. 18-11 is our home and away record. We are 11th in offensive rating, 24th in defensive rating, and 18th in overall net rating. None of that is really impressive at all, especially for a playoff team. But it is what it is. We're going to be wearing yellow tonight on their home floor. They're going to be wearing purple tonight. Imagine they're going to keep a traditional floor. I don't think they're going to have a city uniform, city floor tonight, I don't think. Projected starters: Grayson Allen, Jalen Green, Colin Gillespie, Royce O'Neal, and Mark Williams. For the Lakers, it's Marcus Smart, Austin Reeves, Luka, Braun, and DeAndre Ayton. And as I mentioned, of course, Rui's a game-time decision, so is Jackson Hayes, and Devin Booker, Dillon Brooks, Jordan Goodwin, all out. Hayward Highsmith out. So that's really what it is, man. This game's at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern in Phoenix. We'll be ready. My enthusiasm for this Laker team isn't where it needs to be. I'm not going to even front. I'm kind of frustrated with what I've been seeing from our team. But at the same time, I look at this team and I respect that, there's a gelling process that needs to take place between our big three. And once they figure themselves out, I think it can improve our overall ceiling quite a bit. Question is, can we keep them healthy for any length of time? Right now, all 3 of them are healthy. And what we need is for them to just get the playing time on the floor and for our coach to put the stuff on the floor that works to complement them, put them in rotations that complement them, and to get the most out of the rest of the roster while that's happening. It's a tall task, but we do have a little more than 30 games, I believe, left to figure it out, and we need to. Because if we're going to be a playoff team, have this win-now timeline, the way that we've been playing is not going to get us out of the first round, and if we find ourselves in the play-in tournament, which is reasonable at this point, we may not get out of that game. So I think it's one of those situations where the Lakers need to be intentional on fixing some things that they've been very deficient in, which we have been doing on the defensive end, but we've in turn made ourselves a fairly bad offense, believe it or not. Not Phoenix level, but we're not scoring the way we want to. We're not making a whole lot of sense of what we're doing. And I think we just need to sacrifice some of the politics so that we can put stuff on the floor that's cohesive with one another. I think we've learned that Austin and Luka can play well with one another, but when you put LeBron in that situation, suddenly they don't look as good together. So we got to try to limit that and put Bron in lineups that he fits on, that fits him. Put Luka in lineups that complement him. Put Austin in lineups that complement him, and stop worrying about who's starting and who's not starting and who's happy about it and who's not, and whether or not we have the right names in the starting lineup. Because we really are a tricky bunch of players that need to have the right stuff on the floor with one another. Everybody can start and we can lose, or we can have certain things, combinations be on the floor for certain things with intention, running certain plays with intention, and maybe get the most out of ourselves. So I just don't know that the Lakers right now are in a position to really think like that. I don't know that we have the brain trust in our coaching staff to think like that. And I just think people are kind of just doing things in a real basic way, and they're getting basic results. We're beating the bad teams, but we're losing the good teams. And as you head into the playoffs, if that's going to be your MO, then you're going to be going first round. Easy. So I'm a little frustrated. I think most Laker Nation is frustrated. This has not been the greatest season. It hasn't been the worst, but Laker fatigue is a real thing at this point, which is some of the frustration that's been carrying over from previous seasons, leading into a season right now that's just as frustrating in some areas. And the schedule is a bit daunting as well, even though we're just coming off an all-star break. When you're not winning, it makes it harder to get up for everything we have to do, and I think the team feels the same way. DeAndre Ayton came out and said the Lakers are trying to turn him into Clint Capella, and he is not Clint Capella. I mean, I don't know, man. I just think sometimes when you're in the position that Ayton's in, you just got to do what the team's asking you to do, man. You can be frustrated that they're asking you to be something that you're not, but they have a certain need for what that need is. You're the center to fill the void. And if you can't play a role in this league when you get to DeAndre Ayton's status, then you're gonna be outside of the league. You can be yourself in China. That's gonna be how they play it, bro. If you can't do the utility things that help your team, if you can't rebound the ball, if you need the ball in order to be awake and to be activated, there may not be opportunities for you to be activated. We have a lot of offensive talent. We have guys that need their own shots. We got superstars. We got other reliable pieces. We're not going to focus everything on Ayton. And a lot of times when we do, he hasn't proven he's the most efficient player. He hasn't proven that he's the most reliable player. We're not going to live and die with you when we have other guys that have higher cachet than you, who mean more to our franchise than you. You just got to take a back seat, brother. It's what's required for you to keep your role in this league. You're a role player. You're not a star. You know what I mean? And it's not for me to sit here and say, well, you couldn't have been a star and this and that. But hey, this is just what we need. This is where we're at. You could find yourself on a team like Washington or Sacramento or something like that, and then they can actually be yourself, and they can live and die with you taking 20 shots. That's just not the league you're in, bro. That's not the league you're in. That's not the cachet you've demanded. And we are where we are, man. So you can complain about the role. But at the end of the day, man, you came to a team with LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves. You knew damn well each one of those players is going to need above average shot attempts. There's only one basketball. How are you getting your shot attempts? It's just not realistic to think that they're going to find you on every play. We kind of need Clint Capella. Clint Capella can do his job without getting but 3 shots up. And we need you to play that role this season. And if you play it well, you can earn yourself a future in this league. If you don't, you're going to be in China being asked to be yourself. You know what I mean? So I don't really have a whole lot of patience with DeAndre Ayton, honestly, because when you do get him the ball a bunch of times, he tends to be inefficient. Sometimes he show up, other times he does nothing. And he's only motivated when he's happy. And that's just not the type of maturity that this team demands at this point from our center. We need a much more mature person to come in and say, yo, I may not be able to do what I want to do, but I am trying to earn my spot in this league, and this is what my team needs me to do, so I'm going to damn do it. And if he's not mature enough to do that, then, this is going to be his first and last year with the Lakers. And so that's really what it is. I think a big part of the problem for the Lakers has been personalities like DeAndre Ayton and Dalton Connect and people that kind of just don't show up, kind of, all in their feelings about what it is they want or whatever the case may be. And because of it, they're making up too much of what our team is this year. Rui has a little bit of that as well. Guys only show up when they're getting the ball. Guys only happy when things are being done the way they like it. And guys got to be self-motivated here because we do have superstars. We do have big egos. We do have a new coach. There's a lot of stuff in place that's just not going to allow for you to be yourself. And I'm not saying you have no right to be unhappy about it, but I am saying that you're not helping the cause by complaining about it. You're not helping the cause by only being motivated when things go your way. And so I just need DeAndre Ayton and several other players on this team, if not everybody on this team, to just be more mature. And we look at Luka Don, it starts with him. Can't be afraid to take the big shot. Everybody's getting on your case about the referees and stuff like that. Obviously, we talked about conditioning in the past in regards to Luka. Everybody has. We just need people to grow the hell up, bro. Grow up. Stop being childish, bro. Not everything gonna go your way. You're not always gonna get the calls. You're not always gonna have your role. You're not always gonna be in a position to be better than the team you're going against. Sometimes you're gonna lose. Sometimes you're gonna be on the road. Sometimes the plane's gonna be delayed. There's gonna be a lot of stuff. But at the end of the day, this is the job, this is the gig, and you guys make a lot of money to do it. I really don't want to hear from guys who are making millions of dollars talking about I'm unhappy because I'm being asked to be a different role in the NBA. You're in the NBA. You're in the damn league. You know how hard it is to get a roster spot? People talk about, I don't want to be Clint Capella. There are a lot of people who would love to be Clint Capella. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who love to be DeAndre Ayton. Guys in the G League who would love to take your role, bro. No, it ain't their play style either, but they would love to be in your spot. They'll do exactly what the Lakers say, and they won't complain about it. I just think that at this point, guys are spoiled. This is kind of what I was alluding to in 2 games ago at the end of the Boston game, I believe it was, where I was telling you, I think people are acting like a butler's supposed to come out on that floor and wipe the sweat off their head or something. And like I said, I get it. Money doesn't always solve unhappiness. Sometimes you can have a lot of money and being asked to do stuff you don't want to do. It doesn't make what you don't want to do feel any good. But at the end of the day, people don't want to hear it, man. We don't want to hear it. Play the role. Grab the boards. Block the shots. Call for the ball. If you don't get it, get your butt out the paint. Do the simple stuff. Set the screen. You see what I'm saying? You make a good living doing these things. And we ask that you do them. So that's my point of view. Hey, how you doing?
I can switch you to 201.
I appreciate it. 201?
Yeah, your phone number is not there in the system.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm working on a video. I'll be done right now.
Okay.
All right, thanks very much.
Okay.
All right. You see what I'm saying, though? Like, this is the type of stuff I'm going through in my life. You know what I mean? Ain't no millionaire stuff going on. But at the same time, I'm not complaining. I do my job because I'm very fortunate. There are people outside who don't have anything. There are people outside who don't have a place to stay. There are people outside who are dealing with... I was listening to a podcast this morning talking about homeless people in New York during the blizzard. There's levels to this. And when you're on a level like DeAndre Ayton, when you're on a level like Clint Capella, just do the job that you're being asked to do. Because you do make a good living. You do have an opportunity to live your dream. There are people who want to be in your spot who can't get in that spot because you're there. You see what I'm saying? Because you're the fortunate one who has that position. And so that's my take on not only DeAndre Ayton, but anybody in the league that has a complaint. Anybody that doesn't like their role. So because the team needs certain things, man. The world ain't going to be fit for you. When they tell me it's time to move out the room, I got to move out the room. When it's time for you to rebound the ball, rebound the ball. When it's time for you to go to work, go to work. You know what I'm saying? We got to do what we got to do, and we can make it worse by complaining. That's for sure. And so that's my take on what I'm hearing in regards to the Lakers. So a lot of complaining, man. People complaining to the refs, people complaining to the media, people complaining, I don't know, probably to the coaches and to one another. But at the end of the day, y'all a bunch of millionaires, bro. You're a bunch of millionaires being paid a whole lot of money to do what you love to do. And it may not be what you thought it was going to be, but it's damn better than what it could be. And we need to be aware of that in our own respective lives as well. So that's what I got to say, man. Be ready for the game tonight. Hopefully the Lakers put out some effort. But if they don't, we won't be surprised because these are the type of personalities that they've proven themselves to be. And if they want a different type of respect, then they got to show something else. Consistency is what we respect and expect from our team. And if we ain't going to get it, then you can expect some complaining out of us. BDL 44. I thank you all for watching.